We start off the fifth down with one heck of a game. It went neck and neck between Alpena and Bay City John Glenn throughout the whole game. There were interceptions, penalties, tip passes, and of course, touchdowns. Okay, enough of the chit-chatting. Let's get to the highlights. It's senior night for the Alpena Wildcats, and look at this. John Glenn taking on Alpena. Guthrie, he's going to be playing some nice defense, gets the pick. That's how you start off a game, rumbling, stumbling. He gets sacked, but this is the best play next. MacArthur, he's throwing up a ball, scrambling, it's tipped, but it's caught. Unbelievable, off Strange's hands into the lap of Guthrie. And here we go on to the next play. John Bay City would go on the prowl inside Alpena's territory, check down pass, and that's Hodling catches, and he stretches for the TD. 7-7 now Alpena, and they would answer. Arch coming off the screen, and he would catch it, and he's going to pull off not one. Here he goes, not two. Oh, another guy, three. Makes them all miss. Had some dancing shoes on, and Cats are going to be up 14-7. But freshman QB Long took it into his own hands, scrambling right, a sneak, and makes his way into the end zone. Look at like Johnny Manziel out there, but there were a lot of penalties and a missed field goal for Alpena that proved to be the keys for Alpena's loss. A back and forth game, and one Coach Sims definitely wished he had back. Oscoda versus Alcona in what was a high-scoring affair for the Tigers. For the Owls, they showed up flat against a talented Alcona team. Let's stop the chit-chat. We got some more football highlights. Alcona continued to rock in multiple ways. And offense and defense turned it up all the way. Big-time touchdown for Alcona. Here they go, really holding it down, and that one is an easy 6. But their defense was doing great, causing defensive plays. That was a 4th down. And here we go, Alcona going to strip the ball. That's how you do it, baby. It's going to go the other way. And Franklin, again, was another in the spotlight. I mean, the guy just continues to book it. Here he goes. They roar in a big way over the Owls. Alcona won 66 to Oscoda 14. Big-time stats in the game. Franklin had 8 tackles. Damon Stewart, 3 tackles and 2 interceptions. Alcona's offensive stats, 24 carries for 252 yards for 5 touchdowns. That was Franklin. And Parkinson, 11 carries for 83 yards. Hutchinson exited the game with an injury, though. All right, well, that's the first half of the fifth down, but we have so much more in just a couple minutes, and that's correct. We got so many more highlights. We'll have Rogers City and Mayo and another matchup. Be sure to come back for those highlights and other scores. The second half is just around the corner. Welcome back to the fifth down, and we have action-packed highlights. And here we go, Rogers City. They're going to take on the road to Mayo, and Huron's Baller is going to be a key guy in this game. Look at them all huddled up, ready to go. Huron Baller, he's going to spring into the end zone for 6. That would be Rogers City's score for a while, but nice play right there. And then Bullets would go on offense. Price slings it to Spies. Nice hands, Spies, for a nice chunk of yards. Great hands on that one. Thunderbolts would continue to go. Price on the QB sneak, and if you look closely, he's still rumbling, stumbling, in the words of Chris Berman, and lowers his head. But here we go. This would be Rogers City. Nice defensive play. That's broken up. But Rogers City would continue to win this one, and that's how they're going to do it. Nice play. Good win for Rogers City. And here we go on to the next one. Joburg QB number 7, Clays, keeps the ball and forces his way across the goal line for the TD. And then in the second quarter, the Lakes QB 7, Thomas Connors, passes to Dudley for the completed pass. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And then here we go, more highlights. Dudley saying, nice catch. Number 7, Clay, scrambles and unloads to number 36, Ace. Oh my goodness, nice catch and go. Who would find the opening to the goal line for the TD. There you go, rumbling, stumbling, number 38, 36. You can do it all. They win in dramatic fashion. Unbelievable stuff. Inland Lakes fails to score, and Joburg gets the victory. For more Friday Night Football, Posen versus Onaway is going to be scheduled for tomorrow at 7 at Onaway. That should be a great game. If you want to see highlights and scores of that one, tune in tomorrow at 11 p.m. Tawas had a bye and will be playing Bay City next week. We will have stats and scores next week on the 5th down. All Grace won 22-20 at Whittemore Prescott in overtime. When the coach called, he just emphasized how wet the game was. The score reflects the weather. Big time win, All Grace. And here's some more games on the slate. Hillman whomps Atlanta 51-6. Defense did an outstanding job, and the defense even had a return for 65 yards to the house. And Tigers roll in a big time game at home for their homecoming.